So very good evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur in Maharashtra State is organized a World Record Series 2. It's a daily webinar series. Today we are completing 366th day of the long series, and the keynote speaker for today's session is on dais Honorable Dr. Nidhi Khurana ma'am. So first of all, I heartily welcome to you, madam. I welcome the chief organizer of the series, our ideal principal, Dr. M. Betkar sir. Also welcomes faculties from my college and all those dear attendees. The topic for today's presentation is diversity and inclusion at workplaces. Now this topic, as I have mentioned, Dr. Nidhi ma'am is going to present. Let me introduce that madam is serving as an assistant professor at St. Aloysius College, which is autonomous college from Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. So with this brief introduction, now I request you, madam, please start your presentation in today's topic, diversity and inclusion at workplaces. You are most welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll just share my slide.
If any help is needed, madam, principal sir will guide you.
Yes, sir. I'm just Sir. Okay, sir. Sir, nothing is coming here. I am selecting that tab only. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, I cannot find my PPT here. I can see only this screen that. So this is not coming. I don't know what is happening here. I have minimized, sir, I have minimized my PPT. Then I am going to that present now option where I have to select on entire screen. But again, I am getting that screen only where we are here. Otherwise, I'm not getting anything else. I don't know what is happening. Share. Okay. Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see my PPT?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible. Visible now.
Can I start my presentation?
Yes, you are most welcome. Please.
Okay. So good evening to one and all present here. I am Dr. Nidhi Khurana, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, St. Aloysius College, Jabalpur. Today, my topic for this World Record Daily Webinar Series is Diversity and Inclusion at Workplace. So, before starting with this, I just want to throw a light on diversity and inclusion, which are the bedrocks of any work culture. It is not only ethical, but it also inculcates social values, which is very much important to foster the positive culture in the workplace. So, let us now understand what is diversity. So diversity means does not only means the mixture or assembly of different people with similarities or which are having individual and organizational features, values, beliefs, experiences, backgrounds, preferences, and behaviors, but it is also about accepting these differences, which is more important. As you can see this picture portrays two types of traits. First is the visible diversity traits, and the second is invisible diversity traits. So the out of these, the visible diversity traits include gender, skin color, physical traits, behavior, age, body size, or type. And on the contrary, the invisible diversity traits include religion, geographic location, personality, their levels, their position in an organization, their style of thinking, their habits, their parental status, work ground, education, and marital status. So, out of these two, the main diversity that need to be included in a work culture is those which are mentioned in the invisible traits, because visibility will not help you to inculcate the values of diversity and inclusion, but once we are accepting these diversities from inside, when we are accepting the thoughts of another person, when we are accepting their position in at an organization without feeling jealous, when we are accepting their habits as it is, that involves inclusion, because you cannot change people there. You have to accept those diversity so that you can move forward with it, because here we are not there to change anybody, but we are here to accept the change and to move together, move ahead together. So this is more important. I hope my PPT is working. Okay, thank you. Sure, sir. Okay. Now, why diversity is important? So it is very difficult to understand. People normally, they feel very difficult to understand कि there are so many diverse people. If people of homogeneous nature can come together, then we can have more bondings with each other, where we can work very comfortably. But comfort will not help you in your career. It is the diversity that will help you to change, that will help you to change for better, that will help you to learn new things which people are normally feel reluctant to. So diversity is not only about tolerating differences, but you don't need to tolerate anybody when you are at your workplace. Tolerating is not the key to the answer, but it is respecting them, appreciating them, and understanding their varied features. That is more important. And because everyone is unique, everyone has its own individuality, no person are same to each other. So why being stereotyped, and why people are being prejudgmental about other, and judging them and damaging their work themselves? So that is not the result. So in order to have when we work in a diversity, we need not to tolerate but to accept everybody with what they are, and that is the key. Otherwise, if we will not accept the diversity, we will not be able to give our best, because that is what the work demands for. Then inclusion. Here we are talking about inclusion. So inclusion, the main simple meaning of inclusion is accepting people, then fairly treating them respectfully by giving them equal opportunities, equal resources, so that everyone can together come and contribute fully to the success of any organization. Because after all, whenever a success or any failure takes place, it is the credit that goes to the entire organization and not one or two people. Okay, so inclusion is very important. Now, what are the reasons to create inclusion at workplace? See, diversity is always there, but how we can include them? But because now how we can include them is by working on ourselves. We have to work for it. You know why? Because once we include people at workplace, they feel happier, they become happier employees. When our boss is treating us, they are creating a sense of belongingness in us. They are, you know, through their initiatives, through their you can say body language, if they are making us understand that we belong to this organization, that makes us very happy, and we are ready to give our 100%. But if we don't, if we are not happy, then there is no scope of growth. So basically, the more the employees are happier, it will contribute to a growing culture. It is a growing culture of being happy. It is a growing culture of from with whom we are working and growing together. It is like this. And when we are having a growing culture, that means that means we are including diversity also in our workplace. Because with the growing culture, we will not be, you know, able to, we actually, all the you know, organizations, they just go for people who are skilled, who are best in their work, at the who are best at the particular job. So you know, that is more important. We cannot go for looks, we cannot go for genders, or we cannot go for visible or invisible diversity traits. We have to see whether a person is skilled or best suited for this particular job or not. So with the growing culture, the diversity will also increase. And diversity, once it increases, it also enhances new knowledge. When you come to meet different people from different background, different culture, different language, so you tend to learn from them. Because you know, every place has different culture of learning, their education system is different, the way they learn is different, the way they present themselves is different. So when you know, be with people, or when you're surrounded with diverse people, you definitely get to learn things from people. Because you know, learning is more important than being satisfied that I have already learned. So that is not there. We also have to keep in mind ki, you know, I have not learned, I am still learning. Because you know, there is no limit to education. So that is very important. So which has you know, inculcated, or which has brought about the importance of diversity and inclusion at workplace. In fact, today every institution is going for this diversity and inclusion. I can give example of my college also, where the employees are happy, we have a growing culture, we have diversity, we have teachers from diverse countries, diverse states of India, and then we have students from diverse foreign countries too. And then with people, you know, meeting people from different universities who have joined my college, you know, when we used to ask them what was your culture, so we have learned something from them. And it is not only about their culture, but also about their education, their knowledge, which can help us together to collaborate and you know, progress in future endeavors related to education. And then once we get new knowledge about things, it can lead to increased production. Like simple example is there, if any like for in our profession, educational institutions, if somebody else is coming and joining from another state, from another university, we tend to ask that person ki, what was your experience, what have you learned, what was the culture at your education institution. So we get to know things. Then when we talk about research again is a very buzzword, which is, you know, very much prevalent, and it is required for every professional, every education institution, and all the teachers too. So when we talk about research, so research mean different to different people. So when we ask research how you do it, so we get to know some new things, new, we learn many new things, you know, and that can lead to increased production. And in our terms, we can say and we can work for growth. Okay, so we learn something, and that is very important to be that diverse population should be included at workplace. They should be accepted well, they should be treated well. So that is more important. Now here are some, now it is like, you know, here are some key points which will help encourage the workplace to include diversity and inclusion. So how can we encourage diversity? So the first point is hire for diversity. Now the first step for building a diverse and inclusive culture is hiring people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different experiences and perspectives. That is very important. You know, this means that we are expanding our recruitment channels, like without being biased. We are without being introducing bias in our screening and appointing processes of selection of employees, so that we are here actually we are providing equal opportunity to everyone who can contribute to our workplace. Then second is train for inclusion. Train for inclusion means the members or the employees who are already there at the workplace, we should train them, we should tell them that hire for diversity is not enough, but to create a sense of belongingness in them is very important. And inclusion means when one people feel valued and supported in a particular organization, that is very important. So training is like train for inclusion means the employees who are already there, we have to train them that if any employee from diverse culture comes here, you have to include him, you have to treat him well, so that it can enhance and you can reduce, you can shake hands, you can go for allyships. Allyship is like you are giving your helping hand to that person, so that that person can being in the new culture of work, that person will not feel alone. So that is very important. The third one is lead by example. So here I would like to say that a leader has have a significant impact on the diversity and inclusion. The followers always follow their leaders. So if the leader is giving an example of inculcating the values of diversity and culture, then it will help its members or the team members also to follow the same. Like for example, the organizations, they can celebrate diversity days. One day they can fix for diversity, where they can celebrate every people, every employee of its organization, like you people are the, and making them feel respected, making them feel very important, that because of you we are here. So this is very important, including their languages, their customs, their communication styles, and various activities that will also help them to feel that so that they can feel respected, they feel that they are included, they are a part of this organization, which is very important. Then fourth thing is recognize and reward. Now again, without being any bias, like another way to encourage this is to reward their efforts and achievements. That is very important. If you're not providing credit to your employees who are working, then that can demotivate them. So, rewarding them, appreciating them for their work is very important. In this way, they feel included, they feel that we are equal. Okay. And then the last is collaborative and network. Now, collaboration is very important. Collaboration and networking amongst the team members, among the stakeholders outside the organization. So collaboration will help. Like they can collaborate with under various projects that are prevalent nowadays. They can work for any event. They can do some programs. They can go for some cultural programs. They can go for mentorship programs, and some professional association, like in our in our profession, we have many professional associations where diverse network is coming together, and they are exchanging their ideas, they are exchanging their their perspectives, their culture, so everything they're doing, and they are being there at the same platform will help them to grow together. Like for example, this world record series, this is an example of diversity and inclusion. This is an endeavor that has been taken by Sir, where you're trying to include diversity and inclusion also, because you are accepting everybody here, you are providing equal opportunity to those who are interested in taking part in this activity. So it is a very big example of a leader setting example for others, for their co-employees, for their other employees of the organization. They are also understanding what the principal is trying to do by conducting this. Okay, so it doesn't mean that we are just trying to gain appreciation for the work that we have done, or we want to conduct one activity for our college, so that we are doing. No, 366 days is a big number, and taking out time after going through the whole day hard work is very commendable, sir. So these are the examples how we can encourage diversity and inclusion. Now, this is an example of Logistic Park Private Limited Company. Now, they have set an example that they are celebrating Zero Discrimination Day. on 1st March every year. So this is an example their company, they have set this 1st March for zero. Now this is the day that they are celebrating, but it is not that. This is zero discrimination day, definitely. But for other companies, they can choose some other day, naming them as diversity day. So this way, we can celebrate this day, and we can lead people by example. Now, these are the strategies to enhance diversity and inclusion at workplace. So, first is transparent DEI. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion goals and reporting. Now, what does this mean? This is one of the strategy. How this can enhance the DEI at workplace is that, like, if a company transparently or publicly it set goals that I am going to do this thing in order to enhance or foster diversity and inclusion, in that case then they have to report also. So they are bound to report that whatever diversity and inclusion efforts they have taken for in their company. So this is a strategy where people feel self motivated. Maybe they are bound that once they have spoken publicly, now they have to perform this task. So this is one of the strategy through which they can enhance. And many of the companies, I have some examples where many tech companies and very topmost companies have actually spoken publicly about their transparent DEIs that I'm going to share further in my future further slides. Then second is DEI training and awareness program. Now training and awareness program is also very important. Here what we can do is regularly scheduled training sessions can be arranged for the employees so that they can be trained through guest lectures, video lectures, as to why, what is diversity and inclusion, why they should be included in a workplace, and when you are at a particular place working here, why others can't come and work here, and why can't you cooperate with them. So when people don't cooperate, that means they don't include other people. They don't feel included here. When you are not supporting your co-worker, that means you are not accepting the inclusion. So at workplace, if the more the cooperative environment is, the more it is going to be conducive and becomes harmonious. Then third is mentorship and career development programs. So mentorship is like, it is a program where there is a mentor, there is a mentee. The mentor is a guide, philosopher, friend who is training his or her mentee and explaining what is D&I. And once they understand what is diversity and what is inclusion, because diversity is again very important, because now we are always talking about inclusion, but diversity, why? Because we never know ki the for a whole life we are going to be at one place. Maybe we will switch on from one job to another. So again, sometimes people are reluctant, they don't want to shift anywhere because they are set in their career. They are very much confident, they are very much satisfied that whatever I'm doing is okay, I don't want to change my job. It is because they don't like diverse. Once they are set in a particular environment, they don't want to change, so that is reluctant to change. So with these mentorship programs, sometimes these mentorship programs help you to develop your career also, by because once you know what is diversity and inclusion, you will be able to move forward. Maybe you will get a good opportunity, but you don't take it because you are satisfied, and you are very, maybe you felt that you are at a red carpet, now you're comfortable with the environment here, now you don't want to move ahead. But development is very important in any work, at any workplace, with whether any career or any profession we choose. Development is very important, because doing a job, a monotonous job every time, is not going to help us. Okay, and being rigid is also not good, because when we don't want rigid rules, then why are we behaving like a rigid person? So we need to change for always for better. Then next is creation of employee resource group. Now this employee resource group is a support network group, those who represent the underrepresented employees of an organization. Underrepresented means there are some employees in an organization who are neither working nor they're taking so much efforts, but they are in the limelight. And some employees in an organization, they are working so hard, but they are behind the picture. they're not in the pictures. So that means, and what happens is some of the employees, their nature is like that ki they are satisfied ki okay, I don't want to be in the pictures, but people know, everybody knows what I am working for. But some are such which who need the help, who need to be appreciated, who want credit. Because that is the source of motivation, because everybody motivation is different to different people. So some are motivated through appreciation and credit, some are not some are self motivated, they don't bother about appreciations, they are satisfied from themselves within, that okay, I am working, I know what I am doing, and this is the right way, and I am doing the best thing, so I don't need any appreciation from anybody. But some feel very annoyed, some feel very separated, alone. So such employee resource groups are also required, who can be a support network to them, who can motivate them to to represent themselves in front of people. Because if you do things, if you have it, you flaunt it. It is like this: if you have the quality, then you have to show it. This is the at workplace, you have to show your talent. Otherwise, having a talent and not showing is not a wise idea. So that is there. So these are the main strategies that can enhance DNI at workplace. Now here are some best practices or case studies that I have brought here. Now here these companies are trying to portray that by including diversity and inclusion at their workplace, they are successful. And some of them, they have found out what are their loopholes, and they are trying to work on it. Like for example, BT company is very proud of its diverse work culture, and they are again but again they are in the progress of creating a developmental opportunities for members, and they are working with their inclusion team to plan for more diversity and inclusion strategies. Then Caterpillar is a company, it says that the reason for the success is their employees and talent they bring to the organization. FDM says that only 17% of IT professionals in UK are women. So now they want to address this imbalance, they want to increase this percentage. Then IBM says that girls are consistently outperform boys in IT related subjects at school. So they have initiated the girls outreach program, which was established to decline this loophole here. Now, these are top 10 inclusive workplaces. The statistics is from 2023, and these are the important big companies who have taken several initiatives to include diversity and inclusion at their workplace. So, Infosys says that they have trained women for leadership roles, and they are also going for diverse hiring practices. Means they are also recruiting people from diverse backgrounds, diverse countries as well. Then Tata Group, it says that it promotes diversity across gender, age, and abilities too. And they are aiming to have at least 25 diverse workforce by 2025. Then Wipro says that they are facilitating employment and career growth for persons with disabilities. Again, this is a part of inclusion only. Then Wipros, they have created a framework. Create, the name is Create, which says career, recruit, engage, accessibility, train, and enable. These are the six main career elements that they are going to initiate to foster diversity and inclusion. Then Godrej Group, they go for gender equality. Means both the boys and girls, men or women, they should be given equal treatment and equal job opportunities. Then Mahindra and Mahindra, they says that women career development. They want to they want to develop the career of women through flexible work options and leadership programs. Is definitely the life of working women is very tiresome, very hectic. But yes, by providing flexible working hours according to their needs and their needs, it is going to help them a lot. With this, I want to share my experience also. Like when I need like for 3 years, for initial 3 years, I was a part-time teacher, but then for 6 years I was part-time because of my son. He was very small, so I had to take 3 hours leave. So I said, okay, I want to be a part-time now. So my organization My principal, he permitted me at one go. Okay, then like he was always okay with any women problem that is going around. If they are having problem, he is accepting flexible booking hours. He for 6 years he has accepted my flexible work hours. So that is a very big example of inclusion and equality, gender equality. Then Axis Bank, now they say that they have set a target of inducting 30% women employees by 2027, and they have established a supportive infrastructure for employees with disabilities. Then Flipkart, they are offering extended maternity and paternity leave. Now with this, in our organization also, we are, the women, it is up to their choice how much a year or months leave they need to take, because there is no hard and rigid rule for the women who are going for maternity leaves. There's Schneider Electric Company, they are going for global family leave policy, which supports the employees and the families by providing comprehensive leave options. Like sometimes when there is a problem, if there is any illness where the male member has to take leave from the job, and it is very difficult for them, because if that male member is the breadwinner of the family, it is very difficult to take leaves and support the family. So this endeavor of this electric company proves that they are supporting the employees, so that they can, because they want to retain their best employee and not to let them go. So then Hindustan Unilever Limited Company, they are going for women leadership development programs and annual diversity celebrations. As I've already spoke about, again they are celebrating one day as Diversity Day, and in order to feel, making their employees feel important and a sense of belongingness. Then Procter and Gamble, they are providing extensive support to the new parents, and they are also promoting gender equality through We See All You Equal. So it is like this. Now, here is the diversity inclusion endeavors by top 10 tech companies. The lowest number is the best, and then the middle is the average, and the highest the number, the worst it is going to show. So the first position is taken by Cisco, where they are providing strong push for women in technology, and they are giving value of multiculturalism and inclusion, means they are going for diversity and inclusion. And what they are lacking is old age discrimination, so this they have to improve. Then Microsoft, it shares, again they are giving push to a women in technology, and it is also promoting cultural empathy. Cultural empathy means understanding the culture of other people, understanding, respecting and accepting the culture of other person too. And but they are lacking for diversity of thoughts, so they have to improve on that. Then Facebook, they are supporting black excellence, okay, and they are very open and accepting culture of, and then they are working on discrimination against older males. So this is their loophole which they want to work for. Then HP cultivates a diverse environment. They are supporting LGBTQ communities. Now L stands for lesbian, G for gay, B for bisexual, T is transgender, and Q is queer, that is questioning individuals. So these people are considered very backward, and they are not accepted being legal also. So this HP company is supporting such communities and providing them jobs as well. Then they have to work for positive discrimination against men. Then Apple, they have the unique and diverse employees, and they have also included deaf and blind employees in their organization, but they have to work for male dominated environment. They have a male dominated environment which they have to work for. Then Amazon, they have colorful personalities, means diversity is already there. Then they are empowering women to succeed also. Again, they have old age discrimination which they have to work. Then IBM, empowering women in the workplace. They are providing opportunities to work in their workplace. And then old age discrimination is there. Then discrimination against male employees is also there, so they have to work on that. Then Oracle, there's a strong push for women in technology. Then there is a boys club culture which they need to remove, and they are giving preference for college grades. So that is again they want to remove, because they want diverse, whether they want diverse and skilled workforce. That's it. Then Intel, it goes for inclusive culture for female employees, and they have, because and And what they are doing was, earlier was they were over focusing on diversity, which is again not important. Over of anything is not good. Everything has to be in moderation. So that is there. Then eliminating male now. So this is there. Then alienating male employees. Alienating, now here, they have to work on this. Google, now they are serious about inclusion and respect. Then ethnic discrimination was there, and a liberal mindset was not, they were pushing a liberal mindset, which is not good in today's scenario. So they have to work on this. Now these are the intersectional approach to inclusion at workplace. Now intersectional this approach is basically a lens which is used to ensure that one is not left out, one doesn't feel left out, or for the fight for justice and equality. Means every should be treated equally at their workplace by inclusion. So these which is based on six important principles, that is participation, outcome focus, then flexibility, organizational justice, transparency, and valid measurement. These six principles are very important in order to, to successfully implement this intersectional approach. Now, as you can see, the circles here with the pink circles, the two approaches, the pink circles depict removing success barriers. So how the company can improve by removing success barriers is, first of all, training in multiple modalities. Intersectional inclusion training should be given to them, like training should be given to each and everyone. And multiple modalities means working for providing them different kinds of training to different people and making them ready for different jobs. So that is very important. Then health supportive and physical work environment should be there. Health supportive as in providing them welfare and amenities, then providing them health policies. So this is again very proves to be very inclusive. Then flexible work, where, when, how, job crafting, like how the things can be crafted through flexible work time. Then civility and anti-bullying mechanisms. So focusing on civility and anti-bullying mechanism means some committees can be created if anti-bullying is taking place, and they have to work for anti-bullying. Like bullying is not done in an organization. If it is done, then strict action will be taken by a committee. So that is another option. Then fair outcome based performance measurement. So it has the outcome based is like whatever you're doing, it has to give some outcome. Doing things just for the sake of doing is not a good option. So whatever you do at a workplace, it should be outcome based. Like education today, whatever education we are giving, we are trying to make sure that it is providing some outcome to the students, so that they become job ready and they are industry ready for after the graduation. Then next is fair, debiased, transparent promotion. Yes, definitely promotion should be unbiased. Then it should be fair, depending upon their policy of the company, whether promotion is dry promotion, whether promotion is going to be on the basis of seniority, or on the basis of experience, or on the basis of the work that a person is doing. Then decision making. Then there are some barriers. Now here options are for removing access barriers. So the first is realistic job description based on job analysis. How access barriers can be removed? It can be removed by providing job to people. Realistic jobs means whatever need is there. First we have to do job analysis. Like we have to do job analysis. What is job analysis? What kind of job is needed? How much manpower is required? That is very important. Some study has to be done by the company's end, and then later on when recruitment is done, then realistic job should be provided based on job analysis, what kind of job is required, and for that what kind of skills are required. Then inclusive recruitment. Inclusive recruitment is again very important. Recruitment from diverse culture. Then valid outcome focused selection process. It has to be unbiased. It has to be keeping in mind diversity in workforce, then fair compensation or avoiding pay gaps is very again very important, because the organizations, the workplace which is not providing their compensation, their remuneration on time, is not in the list of goodwill. Then benefit options for different needs like family status. So benefit options for different needs, as in, if there is a life, people life is surrounded with different kinds of problems, and when the employee is working in an organization, that person is not only an employee, but first of all he is a human being and has family as well. So updates have been applied. It is like, nobody, so one, the workplace have to understand and provide them different options when when their needs are different, when their problems are different, depending upon their family status or family problems. So these are some approaches which are related to inclusion at workplace. And then finally, diversity is having a seat at table. Okay, diversity is there, everybody from different background can come together and sit, but this is diversity. But inclusion is like when they're having a voice and when those voice can be heard, that is more important. सिर्फ सबको आप पूरे इंडिया के लोगों को भी अगर साथ में बिठा लेते हैं तो दैट इज अ डाइवर्सिटी, दैट इज ऑल राइट कि वी आर सिटिंग टुगेदर, बट इन डाइवर्सिटी से कुछ नहीं होगा जब तक हम उन्हें एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे, जब तक हम उन्हें सुनेंगे नहीं, और जब तक हम उन्हें पूरी तरीके से उन्हें हम इन्वॉल्व नहीं कर लेते अपने साथ. तो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट डाइवर्सिटी. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation.
Thank you so
now
much.
It's time for discussion. I request dear participants, if you have any query, please discuss with Honorable Nidhi ma'am. Dear participants. I mean, ma'am, you have cleared the concept beyond the diversity and inclusion. So there is no doubt because she wonderfully explained all those details.
Yes.
Now I request the chief organizer of the World Record Series, Honorable Principal Dr. M. Ambedkar sir, to conclude the session. Please welcome sir. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I think sir is also busy in some work, I think.
Sir.
So now I move towards the vote of thanks. Yes, sir, please. Prashant Thote, sir, you have raised the hand.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
what are the biggest challenge in inclusion, and what challenges we can face during the inclusions of diversified people in the organization, and how we can resolve these challenges? Can you elaborate with one example?
So challenges is like, every employee, those who are working here, like if I talk about my organization, so there are so many problems that a women is facing today. And you know what, there are so many problems of now inclusion is diversity and inclusion is everywhere. This problem is faced by every institution, but I will talk only about inclusion here in my in my institution. But main challenge of inclusion is like, you can say that like for example, if genders, for example gender, there are many fields when in many tech field. I just spoke about one example about IT company where only 17% employees were women, and they really want to work, they want to employ more women there. So that is gender inequality. Okay, there are so many aspects related to age also. Then it is said ki like more males are more into working, female are not into working, they are not promoted to work more. So this diversity and inclusion is, it is like everybody should understand it. It should not be understandable by the people who are hiring, but it should also be understood by the family members also. If a person is working, if a person wants to work, they have to see that their family members have to see ki why only my son is working, my daughter should also work. So this thought, this inclusion should start from a family. This is the biggest challenge, because every challenge, every problem stems from the comfort place only. And this can be done when our mindset is like that. We are grown up, we are brought up in such a manner where we will feel that both, today it is said that both men and women are equal, but I don't think so. At many places they are not considered equal. The men are given more opportunities than women. So diversity inclusion is definitely rising, but India has a long way to go. I just would like to say that.
Would you get, sir? Khote sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Anybody else from the participants?
हेलो, नमस्ते मैडम।
नमस्ते सर।
मैडम, मेरा एक सवाल है
जी
कि प्राइवेट सेक्टर में ये जो कार्यस्थल होते हैं उसमें जातियां कितना चुनौतीपूर्ण है? क्या जातिवाद देखने को मिलता है?
सर, कैन यू रिपीट योर क्वेश्चन?
मैडम, मेरा ये कहना है कि जो प्राइवेट सेक्टर होता है
जी,
उसमें जो कार्यस्थल होते हैं प्राइवेट में, तो उनमें जातिवाद भी देखने को मिलता है। क्या जाति चुनौतीपूर्ण होती है?
चुनौतीपूर्ण डेफिनेटली है सर। अभी अपन देखते हैं कि कितने सारे रिजर्वेशंस हैं आजकल हमें लगता है कि हम कौन सी जाति के हैं, ये भी एक इसका भी इंक्लूजन होना बहुत जरूरी है। डाइवर्सिटी देखने को मिलती है सर। ऐसे ये जो जाति गवर्नमेंट ने, हमारी सरकार ने खुद ये जातिवाद बनाया हुआ है। ये हमारा बनाया हुआ नहीं है, जो हर जगह आप कोई भी प्राइवेट जॉब लें चाहे आप गवर्नमेंट जॉब लें, यहाँ हर जगह बना हुआ है सर। सो और प्राइवेट में मैं कहूँगी गवर्नमेंट में ज्यादा है, प्राइवेट में ऐसा नहीं है। प्राइवेट में कोई जाति नहीं देखता सर। प्राइवेट में तो वो ये देखते हैं कि आप स्किल्ड है कि नहीं है, सिर्फ स्किल्स देखते हैं। आपका जो उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट होती है उसके हिसाब से वो उन्हें अपॉइंट कर देते हैं, जो बेस्ट सूटेड एम्प्लॉय होता है एज पर देयर प्रेफरेंस, एज पर देयर रिक्वायरमेंट। बट गवर्नमेंट में जरूर देखा जाता है, मैं यही बोलना चाहूंगी सर। गवर्नमेंट में तो SC ST सबके बनाए गए ना, जातिवादी तो उन्होंने ही बनाया हुआ है। और वो गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स में वो इस सब का बाइफिकेशन क्यों करते हैं जब वो डाइवर्सिटी एंड इंक्लूजन की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं? उन्हें ये चीज। यस सर।
धन्यवाद मैडम। नहीं, वही था कि अब इतनी आधुनिकता हो चुकी है, स्पर्श तकनीकी का युग है, हर चीज छूने से मिल रही है, घर बैठे मिल रही है। लेकिन क्या उस तकनीकी का मतलब कुछ ऐसा हो सकता था कि भाई चलो अब सब अवेयरनेस है सभी में, अब जातियां तो नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि जहां मित्रता है वहां जाति तो नहीं होती। मेरा तो ऐसा मत है कि अगर मेरी आपसे मित्रता है तो फिर आप किसी भी जाति के हो तो चलता है, एक थाली में हम खाते हैं। अगर आपकी मेरी मित्रता नहीं है, थोड़ा खटास है, फिर आप मेरी जाति भी है और दुश्मन भी है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैडम। आप
बिल्कुल सर।
So thank you so much, Prashant Thote sir and Jaivir Singh sir, for your queries.
Sir, one thing I would just like to express my gratitude also towards the principal, Dr. Bedke sir, for providing me this opportunity to speak here on this platform amongst different distinguished guests and professors. So thank you so much, sir, for welcoming me and for your gratitude too. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I will move towards the vote of thanks now. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur in Maharashtra State. As I have mentioned that organized a world record series 2. Today we have completed 366th day of the series. And the speaker for today's session was on dais Honorable Dr. Nidhi Khurana ma'am. She have explain the topic diversity and inclusion at workplaces. So clearly, in a simple language, the PPT was perfect, where Madam have enlightened all those aspects. What is mean by diversity and inclusions? Why is it so important to understand the diversity, the different strategies to enhance diversity and inclusions at workplaces? Then reason to create inclusion at workplace. Then best practices, also a case study. Then different companies, inclusive top 10 inclusive workplaces in India, also companies, and top 10 technical companies. All these points we have covered our lecture so nicely, madam, clearly. Really, I express my sincere gratitude towards you. You have paid your valuable time to the series and delivered a wonderful lecture in front of us. So thank you so much once again. I thank the chief organizer of the series, our ideal principal, Dr. M. Bedkar sir. Also thanks faculties from my college, and I should not forget to thanks on screen my dear friend Sonu Kumar sir, Aditya sir, and also this personality who have appreciated the session, Vaishali ma'am, Angela ma'am, Aditya Prakash sir, Harendra Singh sir, then Prashant Thote sir, Jyotsna ma'am, Kavita ma'am, all these Birbal sir, you have liked the session. So thank you so much to you all once again. And now I declare the session is over. But kind request to you all, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. So thank you so much. Bye bye to you all. See you tomorrow. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
आपका मेरे तरफ से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अच्छा है प्रशांत सर, मेरी तरफ नेटवर्क की समस्याएं थी थोड़ी सी, इसलिए थोड़ी सी परेशानी हो गई आज और मैं परेशान हो गया।
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है सर, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।